is unfuttable. Fusion reaction.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get to the chopper! Price go up.
Gigantic fusion reactor that just worked.
Multiple income streams and real yield. Cheats can no longer dump on your heads. The revolutionary decentralized finance protocol. Fusion reaction in T-minus 3, 2, 1. Fusion!
You don't know the power. The math is unfuttable. Fusion reaction.
Oh, hell yeah.
The mothership. And what's it gonna do? Everybody excited?
Oh, hell yeah.
Give my creation!
Fusion.
Get ready to rumble.
Fusion.
Gotta do a huge shout out to Cool Sheet. That song just hits.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. This is our weekly live stream now. I gotta update our ticker. No longer Mondays and Thursdays, just Thursdays at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. My name is AJ. I am the team lead here, and this again is our live AMA. We cover everything that's happened in the EMP ecosystem over the last week, and we have our HVM, our Universe Madness specific AMA after this as well. But before we get started, I want to introduce my co-host with the most and fellow team member, LA, how are you?
Hey guys, hope everyone's having a good day.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's hard not to have a good day these days. We are in the official bull run, and we are hitting all-time highs. So the moment we've all been waiting for, 3 years in the making, is happening. And again, we touched on it a little bit in the last AMA, but the overall crypto market is just set to explode. And who would have thought within literally a 2-week time span, we touched almost nearly 100K Bitcoin, which is just mind-boggling. I mean, we are in unprecedented times right now. I know that ETH and altcoins seem to be lagging, but that is totally expected. Again, Bitcoin dominance is at an all-time high as well, and we always see Bitcoin run first. And there's a lot of things that contribute to that. Again, I know obviously cryptocurrency is a global market, but a lot of people look to the US, again, being one of the leaders in the world, and the elections really spearheaded this. So we're not here to talk about politics, but we are here to talk about how supportive Trump is for crypto. And again, the incoming president will, I mean, again, if you would have said the president of the United States is an NFT creator, I mean, that those words are just crazy to me. But here we are in the reality that, Trump likes Bitcoin, he likes NFTs, he's run his own NFT project, he's extremely familiar with crypto. Today, Gary Gensler, the word is that he resigned. Trump said if he didn't resign, he would fire him. So the SEC is really, no longer going to be going after crypto. I could go on and on. Again, there's rumor of a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which could be literally a million Bitcoin bought by the U.S. government over the next 5 years. That is just some things that, again, is mind-boggling. And if even half of those things actually come to fruition, I mean, we could see $1 million Bitcoin, and the overall market cap of crypto could 30x. So right now we're just around 3 trillion, which again is almost a double from what it was just a month ago. And if we even get close to the market cap in terms of total market cap of say gold, we're all in for a 30-40x from here. So again, those numbers are absolutely insane, and it sounds like a fairy tale, but here we are living the dream. So all of that will, again, like I said, eventually trickle down into Ethereum and altcoins. This is the natural cycle, and I think 2025 is going to be absolutely insane. So that's a real high-level market overview. LA, this is your first official bull run. What do you think so far? Did you ever think it would go this fast?
Oh, I'm loving it. I've been ready for a long time, so it's really very nice to see.
For
And I
sure.
can't wait till Ethereum catches up. I've still got my eye on $10,000 Ethereum. So
Yeah, no doubt. And I think that's extremely doable. I mean, again, as soon as we see ETH starting to run, it's, 10% gains a day for, a month straight. And we will get there, and that will be great news for EMP as well. So, and we'll talk a little bit about that next. But yeah, overall market incredible, and we're set up for success on everything. So all right, LA, why don't we jump into our notes? Again, a lot going on in the HVM ecosystem, but now that we're through our TGE, we can definitely focus back on Fusion. We have a lot coming in the next few weeks as well in terms of DexSwap and a bunch of other stuff. So, LA, you want to kick things off with our Fusion notes? Go ahead.
yes. So when it comes to Fusion, we know that it can be frustrating seeing peg go down occasionally, but just know we are finally shaking out the last of the paper hands. It's super important. And every week we're majorly climbing towards the accomplishment of our moon challenge. We're freaking 35% of the way there to our moon challenge, which is the ultimate zone of major mega supply shock. And so this is absolutely massive. It won't be long at all till we're 50% of the way there. And every week that we get closer and closer to that challenge is a week closer to, like I said, mega supply shock. We know it's obviously hard to see and believe now, but it's only a matter of time before the scales tip. And when they do, it will be like a domino knocking over in a long, long line of them. Things can move extremely quickly when there's very little EMP left on the market. And all I can say is those that are selling now will regret it massively.
Yeah, 100% LA. I mean, again, I know even personally, I was absolutely not prepared for the Bitcoin run. I mean, I've been very transparent that I actually don't own any Bitcoin. I prefer to put my money in assets that yield, again, EMP being a passive income platform, other assets that yield that you don't ever have to sell the principal. But I would have loved to have, bought some Bitcoin and ran it up. But the why I'm saying that is we all don't, even me as a OG knowing what to expect, it always happens where you say, damn, I was asleep at the wheel. And I promise you that will happen with EMP because when we do get to that supply shock, you know, 10, 15, 20% a day gains could easily be the case because, as LA said, there's no more supply on the market. And, low supply, big demand, that's economics 101. It makes the price go up. So all of this is in place. As Ellie said, the Moon Challenge has been locking away more and more EMP every single day. We're almost at 27 million EMP locked forever. And so, again, with all the community incentives and the weekly challenges, we're having a real effect on the price. And like one more thing LA said was, getting rid of the paper hands or the cabbage hands. That is something we're going to see. Remember that peg is solely determined on buying and selling. And even though we have a massive liquidity pair with Ethereum, which again, even when Ethereum went up a couple of $100, that added $100,000 to our LP. We're well over $1 million in LP now just because of the price of ETH going up. And that does drag the price of EMP up with it. This was a big discussion on our last AMA on how bullish it is because EMP gives you full exposure to ETH. And honestly, when we are at peg, EMP becomes fractionalized Ethereum. But all that being said, when we do see the price in dollar value go up, that is when we see some profit taking. Even though those people are getting a way worse ratio selling their EMP now. So, we do our best not to give financial advice. This is not financial advice, but those that are taking profit just because the dollar value is up are definitely not going to see the gains that we know we all can see in the future. Remember, we used to say it all the time when we were doing our daily AMAs. The name of the game is not necessarily the dollar value of EMP. The name of the game is accumulating as much EMP tokens. Again, if you change your mindset to think in tokens and not necessarily in dollars, it will make you leaps ahead and of every other crypto investor. And again, when the price does recover, that is when you really get life-changing gains because you weren't tempted to sell just because of the dollar value was up. So yeah, all right. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a rant there, but LA, maybe give us a few more stats, and then while you're going over this, I'll pull up the website because we have a few things we want to show off too. The Fusion Watch site.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, something new got posted in our Telegram group after I even wrote the notes that we were going to cover tonight. So we have even more to cover.
I
So
love it. Yes.
we're 44% of the way to this week's challenge. So we definitely have some work to do as a community to reach this week's challenge. We were just shy of reaching it last week. And we want to see check marks beside those weeks, not X's beside our challenges. So we have 3 days exactly left to bring home all the glory. And if we work together, we absolutely will hit it. Grover and John introduced some brand new challenge competition categories this week. So there's actually a new Superstars leaderboard that is currently in beta. This leaderboard ranks participants based on sacrificing their existing EMP holdings. And if there's enough demand, this could even evolve into a prize-winning competition. So that one's really exciting. I will go through with you how that works. Basically, to be eligible, you sacrifice from your existing EMP holdings. You have to have 1,000 EMP at the start of the week to qualify. And selling EMP will disqualify you from the rankings. Rankings are normalized to reflect sacrifice relative to initial holdings, leveling the field for all participants. And we will allocate rewards if we get enough interest and action in this new category. So let's fucking go.
Hell yeah, LA. Again, this is going to be huge. So we have a couple of other leaderboards. I know I alluded to this in a previous AMA. We have even one more that we'll talk about too. But I mean, this again is just a way to not only compete with the community, but really establish your overall position in the ecosystem. So this is really bullish. Again, as LA said, if we see people really getting behind this, we'll also add a reward pool to this as well. Right now it's in beta. We just want to see how the first week plays out. And this is, again, a really bullish thing because, a lot of people, and I get it, a lot of people maybe are holding some EMP, to try to take profit along the way. Maybe they're swing traders, but if we can incentivize them to, maybe sacrifice another 10,000 EMP that they originally wouldn't, that is a win for all of us. And so again, remember, and that's not taking money out of anybody's pockets because you are getting that equivalent value in your microgrid. And so again, when we go up, not only are you getting this massive peg bonus, but now you're also getting more value out of your microgrid through the sacrifice. So again, this superstars tab is really for the OGs that are really committed, that have accumulated a bunch of EMP, and now they're starting to actually sacrifice above and beyond what maybe they already have. So this is really bullish, and yeah, I think that's a great overview for this one. We'll look at it over the week and see what the wallet ranks are, and who knows, maybe even though this is in beta, if you do end up getting in the top 3, I may send a special prize from my personal holdings, just as a thank you for one more thing that we can do as a community. So all right, and then LA, what else we want to talk about?
Yeah.
This was the other one, the token, the
Yes.
eShare leaderboard, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Grover actually just posted this, or no, sorry, John just posted this not long ago. So this is the new eShare leaderboard. We're excited to introduce the token tab on our leaderboard, a space dedicated to ranking our top eShare holders. Now you can see how your eShare holdings stack up against others in this community. If you're curious where you rank, dive in and discover your position among the elite. This is your chance to shine, strategize, and claim your spot at the top. Get ready to climb the eShare leaderboard and make your mark. And just a note, I do believe this is only counting eShare in your wallet. So if you still have eShare in the farm or the boardroom, it won't be counting those particular ones.
Yeah, 100% LA. I love it. So to me, this is also really bullish. And again, the reward pool may act a little different for this one. Obviously, we have to track if you end up liquidating your eShare. However, like I said, for the Superstars one, with the rank like this, we can randomly choose winners from that have added to their eShare holdings or stacked up. And really, at the end of the day, even without rewards, it's a great way to flex and really know where you stand in terms of eShare holdings. So, and like Ellie said, it really is important that a lot of you do withdraw from the farms and have it in your wallet. As all of you know, we're really moving away from the original model. EMP Fusion is the future, and we're gonna have a lot more updates on this in the next week or two. Maybe even by the end of the month, we could have a serious announcement in terms of, moving all in to EMP Fusion. So if you have eShare in the old farms, again, they'll never, disappear, but it is a good practice to get them out because they no longer pay. And we will be again transitioning into EMP Fusion, fully. So yeah, really bullish stuff. Again, everything that we can show. And the cool part is, I mean, all of this is on-chain data, and this is what makes blockchain technology so awesome, is that it is an immutable ledger, and all of this info is there to be seen. Unfortunately, unless you're a developer, you don't really know how to look for things, and you have to be very technically savvy. But all the data is there and immutable, and we just have to thank John and Grover for really bringing this to life. I mean, to be able to represent all this on-chain data in a very easy to understand, uh, gamified way where we have leaderboards, we have competitions. I mean, it's just been a really big win for the community, and I can't thank them enough. Again, this was all part of our plans, but being full-time Solidity devs, we really focus on the smart contracts, and we forget about the the data and analytics that are basically just Web 2 front end development. And so, again, it's been amazing help to have Grover and John really kill it. I mean, again, if you're an emperor, I would highly recommend, at the very least, just showing them some love with a comment. And his address is at the bottom of the site if you are inclined to send a little donation. And we're looking to get Grover and John more involved on a full-time basis as well. Again, Grover's been really helping out from a mod standpoint, and John is a very talented developer himself. So thank you to both of them. And yeah, LA, just one more thing that we have in our repertoire, and we're having real results with it. I want to pull up the Moon Challenge
Yeah.
again before we get off. But anything else you want to add on Fusion Watch?
Yeah, just a big shout out to John and Grover who have just shown so much passion and dedication in this and really been killing it. We're so thankful for you guys stepping up and creating this. It's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, it's a community, we really need to give them a shout out for sure. So, two more things I just wanted to highlight really quick, if you hopefully can see. Remember this info tab right here is very, very powerful. So this little tiny tab, again, I might have to get John. John, if you're watching, maybe we put a green box over this or something. But this info tab is very, very powerful. So I check this multiple times a day, and this three little stats are really, really important. So especially the last two here. So this number is the sacrifice price. And why this is important is this will give you, right here, will give you a fair market value on all the microgrids listed in our marketplace. So if you are looking to add to your EMP, your microgrid holdings, I would definitely check to see if there is a good deal on the marketplace. And even our treasury, we hunt for good deals as well, and we're able to buy off the marketplace and burn those SAC points. So again, keep an eye out. Some insider info that will determine whether you get a good deal or not, and then the bonus rate. So again, we have gone back up a little bit, unfortunately, but that's good for all of you because this bonus rate determines again your multiple on your SAC points. So if you're sacrificing EMP, you get a 7.42 multiple on those SAC points as you would when we are at PEG. So again, as this number goes up, which means we're further away from PEG, you're getting a much better deal sacrificing your EMP. And as this number goes back down, you get much less of a deal. And that's done on purpose. That is to create the arbitrage that, again, is a financial incentive to get people to sacrifice into Fusion. So again, those I just want to draw attention to those metrics because it will really help you, build your position in the ecosystem. And again, everything is volatile. Even ETH is pretty volatile today. Back down to around the 3,000 level. But even eShare has had a great little run. We're back down a little today, but eShare hit $11 over the last few days. So again, it's a slow and steady grind, but the values in the ecosystem are designed to trend up and to the right over time. And again, I know that we wish it would happen sooner, but we are seeing it happen. So all of that is super bullish. All right, LA, that was only the other 2 points. Anything else before we go back off of this page?
No, I think I have a few more stats with you guys. We've had 136,000 EMP sacrificed in the past week, 672,000 in the past month, and a whopping 1.87 million in the last 3 months. So we are definitely on track. These community initiatives are working. We're working so well together. And right now, there's a major opportunity at a 7.45x, as AJ just showed. Not financial advice, but this is the ultimate time to build your microgrid.
Yeah, 100%. And again, we always say it's best to DCA. So I know a lot of you, sacrificed early, went in heavy. That was great. You've been earning, you've been building your position, you've been able to take advantage of the BBE, which again is really powerful. But if you do see that bonus creep up, it is very, very lucrative to take advantage. And obviously, you know, either using some of your existing holdings, or the best thing you can do is buy and sacrifice. So that directly helps peg. And again, now that we're through the TGE, we will do a full overview of Fusion. Again, I know that we have a lot of new participants, um, so we can do that in the next AMA or two, where we do just a full overview. But we have a ton of amazing resources on our YouTube page. So if you are new, welcome. Great to see you. Happy to have you here. And if you want to know more about Fusion, or maybe you are an OG and you just want to refresh your, strategy, um, we have a ton of great resources. Right, LA? They can find that in our playlist section.
Yep. You can just click on the EMP logo you see and go to the playlist section. And then it is the Fusion educational series. So you'll find lots of videos there and get yourself all up to date on everything.
Perfect. Yep, 100%. And all right, awesome. And shout out to all of you. Again, we've been getting some record numbers. Almost 80 viewers right now. So check us out on X. Check us out on YouTube. And again, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, no matter what platform you're on. So, all right, go ahead, Ellie. Is there any other stats before we get into some Q&A? Again, if you do have questions as we go, please feel free to type them in the chat or in the comments on X, and we will answer as well.
No, I think that's it for tonight. I do see a question saying, how can we increase demand for EMP?
Yeah, 100%. So this is a good question. And the short answer is the way the PEG bonus works. I mean, that is a built-in financial incentive to buy and sacrifice EMP. The hard part is just getting people to understand that and realize that. However, we said this many times. Giving additional use case and demand to EMP, that really is the easy part. We just don't want to do it too prematurely, where swing traders are able to take advantage of it. So we have definitely a few tricks up our sleeve to increase demand on EMP, but that is something that we have to implement slowly. And really, that is why the Moon Challenge is so important, because when we get to the Moon Challenge, yeah, not if, but when, and we have that additional 2.5 million EMP locked up, we reduce the supply even more, then we can start turning on some secret sauce, and that will really give a new demand to EMP and help us recover PEG, what we feel will be really, really fast. So again, as we move into the end of the year, I think things are really going to heat up. We've purposely been waiting for the bull run to really commence, because we also want new eyeballs on EMP. We need that new buying pressure. We need that new, fresh capital, not at all because of, Ponzonomics, but just because it's healthy as a business and as a protocol to get new people in and go through the next cycle. So, and remember, you got to be careful what you wish for as well, because once we do increase that demand for EMP and the FOMO kicks in, because now we're back at PEG and people start to realize, holy shit, like EMP really did it. And now I can't get into Fusion because there really isn't anybody selling EMP, or there isn't any EMP left in the liquidity pools. That is when we really see things get wild, because the only way to get into Fusion is buying the microgrids off of the secondary market. And that is direct value to all of you that have put in the work and the effort and sacrificed now to build your microgrid. So everything is really designed, we say it all the time, we're playing chess and not checkers, and there is an end goal for everything. There's multiple steps that are involved, but we have to do, one foot in front of the other very slowly and methodically to get to where we want to be. So yeah, I don't know if you want to add to that, LA, but go ahead.
I do. Yeah. And I loved everything you said. And I just want to add on to it. We absolutely do still plan to do another whole big wave of marketing. But when it comes to marketing, it's really important to be extremely strategic about when you do these big pushes, because we want to maximize the eyeballs that come onto EMP when there's something specific to talk about that can absolutely catapult any dollars that we put into marketing. So, as you know, there's different stages to our plans of recovering the ecosystem and getting Fusion to where it really wants to be. As much as you guys don't necessarily want to hear this, the absolute most important thing that we can do right now is to continue and even amplify what we're doing as a community and work extremely strong together and
For
get
sure.
as close to that moon challenge being 100% fulfilled as possible, because getting back to peg is going to be a very large story that a lot of people outside of our ecosystem want to talk about. Also, once we've reached the end of stage 1 and we can move on to stages 2 and 3, which will happen a lot more quickly, we can start really focusing on amplifying APRs and doing activities that are meant to do that. Building the eShare price is one of them. And when we're back to peg and eShare is on the rise and our charts are, in a steady green line as opposed to up and down, all of these things are great marketing catalysts. There are different things we can create content around. There's different things that we can create articles about. There's different things that people are going to want to talk about. And the main one is going to be this comeback story. We've been on the hero's journey for a long time, but the comeback story is going to be a huge one because we're one of the only original tomb forks ever that has gotten back to peg. And you'll see that I'm speaking in absolutes as if it's already happened, because that is on its way to happening. It has been this whole time. And the stronger that we can work together as a community, the closer that big marketing push is to being implemented. And so that is how we can increase demand, by continuing to work together to get all the EMP sacrificed so that we can get back to peg, and that we as a community hold that control, like AJ said, when all of the EMP is within Fusion and they have to buy part of our microgrids to even get in. That's the sweet spot. But long before that, we are going to carry out a second push, but we have a little bit of work to do together before we get there.
I love it, LA. Absolutely. Again, hearing it, we always drink the Kool-Aid, but hearing us recap it really reinvigorates me as well, as I know it does, LA, and hopefully all of you, because again, those are real, undisputable, unfuddable, our favorite new slogan, metrics. And, it's been this way all along, even if you zoom out again, I've showed it in previous AMAs, but if you zoom out and really look at the lowest lows of EMP, we are in an upward trajectory that has not been broken in literally like 7 months. So again, we are getting there. It is measurable. It's not as fast as we all had hoped, which again is not necessarily a bad thing, because we are getting rid of the paper hands, and we become stronger and stronger every day that more and more EMP is sacrificed. And so, uh, little by little, we will get there. It is, built into the math, and it takes one little spark, again, pun intended, from some of our other protocols to really set this thing on fire, and we will get there. Fusion will be the comeback story. And the beautiful part is, right around the time that happens is hopefully when, again, a lot of new interest comes in to crypto, and even people that are already here in crypto that think crypto is holding Bitcoin on their Coinbase wallet. That is not crypto. That is great exposure to crypto, but true DeFi and true crypto users will want to learn how to gain even more than just holding assets in their wallets. And when that narrative happens, it happens in every cycle. Again, people love to see their gains in Bitcoin, but when it gets towards the top, they say, man, what can I do with all these gains to make even more gains? Then that's when protocols like ours, DeFi, altcoins, everything starts to explode, and we'll have perfect timing with all of that as we again recover and also maintain peg, because that's another, the last point is that's a really important factor. you know we could market buy enough EMP tonight to get to peg, but that isn't sustainable because again, people will take profit, people will use it as exit liquidity, and now we're not able to maintain peg. But if we do it slow and methodically and get more and more EMP into fusion and then turn on the printer, so to speak, then we are able to maintain peg and again carry that momentum into higher APRs within fusion and supporting the price of eShare. So all of this is very much so calculated, and we're gonna deliver. It's just the time is almost here. So, and again, we'll be on a future AMA LA. I know you can't wait to say I told you so, right? I mean,
Yes,
we
I
we've been
can't wait to write that article. I have one more thing to add to this.
please.
There's also the DexSwap launch in the near future, which in itself is pretty important for us to do prior to another marketing push, because DexSwap, when it is fully functional and we have multiple chains introduced and we can do a marketing push behind that, it's going to be a really great source of income for Fusion, which means, when you're marketing something with higher APRs, it's a lot easier than when you're marketing things with lower APRs. It's just, plain simple sense. And so when we do carry out that marketing push for DexSwap, EMP is going to be kind of automatically woven into that, because we always talk about our origin story and what we're doing with EMP in any of the AMAs that we do, including the one we did today. So it's another important piece of the puzzle to really streamline all of the socials and marketing and dev energy and time towards that one project, as opposed to it being spread out towards multiple smaller projects.
Yeah, I love this, LA, and it brings me into one more point. Again, I'm gonna go on a little tangent again. So if you have questions, please ask them, LA. While I'm talking, maybe you can try to find some other questions if there are. But DexSwap is the next step. So I had a developer meeting today about it, and we're implementing a multi-chain Dex of our own. So for those again that may not be in the loop, we're transitioning SparkSwap and Swap on Manta into what we're calling DexSwap. And this will be all of our protocols that are currently active migrated down into one in terms of DEXs. And we're adding BSC or BNB network. So the BNB network will actually be the first release of DexSwap again, and then we'll add CEDO after that, and then we'll add Spark after that, and then everything comes under one roof. So now we have a multi-chain DEX where we can, share in our own liquidity rather than having to use liquidity from other DEXs. We have one centralized hub for marketing, one centralized hub for community. It makes everything way more efficient from a developer perspective. It's one single UI that just has different chains. So it becomes way, way more powerful. And again, I mentioned the earlier on the stream today, the next step is migrating EMP and eShare onto our own DEX, which will be DexSwap. And, it's funny because there's been another protocol that got some attention over the last few weeks. And there was an issue with a MEV bot. And again, predatory bots on exchanges are very, very detrimental. And, it happens everywhere, even on HVM, we had bots. So again, there's bots everywhere. And with our dexes, even though now moving on to BNB, we're, competing with a lot, of established dexes. What will set us apart is our bot protection. And that is already up and running on SparkSwap, and we've been fully transparent about this, where we run our own bots to mitigate the predatory bots and keep those resources within the ecosystem. So again, we're not using bots to pay ourselves. We're using bots to keep revenue within the ecosystem, and this is really powerful. And as more and more predatory bots come out, and honestly, again, not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I think a lot of the big dexes actually allow these MEV bots because they get a cut from it. We will be one that again is very transparent in providing the service, and that will be our hook in terms of marketing on what makes our Dex superior. So all of that plays into the next few months and years as we build out, our dexes and our bridges, and it all starts, with this rebrand of becoming DexSwap. So, and we'll have Dex CEO Jake. We'll have him on for a future AMA. It also plays into the vaults again, having the vaults, but actually using our own dexes for the vaults. Obviously, we'll still support the other LPs as well, because there's fees to be made no matter what. But just having our own vaults is also really powerful. So there's just so many things that will be coming together that we've been building for the last 3 years that finally will get the shine that they deserve. So, all right, sorry, I know that was another tangent, LA,
I
but
love
yeah,
it.
totally.
Mail has a question. Will DexSwap be integrated with DexFinance/Vaults? I think you just answered that, but go for
Yeah, I,
it.
I didn't even do it on purpose. Yeah, so 100%. What I said at the very end there. Yeah, there will be our own DexSwap vaults, for the LP that's provided on that, and it only adds to the repertoire of DexFinance. Again, not only do we have the incoming AI LM, which is an AI-driven liquidity management system. But I think your Jake told me today or yesterday they're adding 150 or 160 brand new LP pairs from all the different farms all across the chains that they support. So uh, a bunch more options are coming to Dex Finance as well.
Damn, I love it. I was telling AJ before I started the stream with him that I was excited about a few of the new vaults I was seeing already. So
For
we're
sure.
adding even more. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, 100%. And again, and for those of you, it's a perfect segue into the Yield Consortium as well. So it's a private group, so we don't talk about it, a lot other than our AMAs. And you do have to get in touch with me directly to get involved. But the Yield Consortium uses Dex Finance Vaults to generate the yield. So that's been killing it. It did 12% returns last month. We shoot for about 10% a month. Again, not guaranteed. It may fluctuate, but it's powerful because the vault system is how we make money in our treasuries. It's a sleeping giant. I mean, the fact there's only about 3 million, and I say only 3 million TVL in Dex Vault is crazy. I mean, when people actually start participating in the vaults and see the returns that they can get, I mean, we have plans on doing a 10x in the TVL within Dex Vaults. So again, don't sleep on that. It is a little bit of a learning curve, but it's very, very doable. And again, on EMP's YouTube, we have multiple tutorials on Dex Vaults. So check those out and get ready. By the end of the year, DexSwap, Fusion, and Dex Vaults will be the talk of the town with everything in terms of DeFi.
Love it. I've got chills.
For sure. Yeah, I'm stoked, LA. We're almost there. Again, we've been working so hard and putting in so much effort that I really finally think we're gonna see the fruits of our labor, especially with the way the market has really turned up. We're positioned so well.
Yes. Amazing. So, for any of you who have been under a rock and haven't been paying attention, we had our GrimGold TGE on Tuesday. We're not going to go too much into it today because we do have an HVM specific AMA starting in 1 hour from now. But we did want to mention, if you are intrigued at all, you should definitely join us on the next AMA. GrimGold is the token for our new game, Honor versus Madness. We are very excited about the token being live and its future potential and all of the utility that it brings. So we're going to be going over that on our next AMA in 1 hour from now, and we would love for you guys to join us.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it still blows my mind. I was in Discord the other day, and people still seem to say, who cares about HVM? And again, if you are an emperor and you like EMP Fusion, you should absolutely care about what we build because these projects are not a distraction. They are real revenue feeding back to the mothership. So again, if you want to make a higher APR, in Fusion, if you want to get back to peg faster, if you want to see e-share go up, then you have to support the other things that we build. Now, again, I'm not saying you have to invest in them. Again, I truly, never invest more than you can afford. If you've already built your position in Fusion and you're not comfortable, going into any other projects, I get it 100%. And that is not all what I'm saying. What I am saying is don't call our other projects trash. So, because you're essentially flooding your own bags, and over time, I mean, again, we're 2 days in to the HPM launch, and it takes time to get to where we want to be. But once the game actually launches, that will be real revenue feeding EMP Fusion and ultimately, supporting the mothership. So again, just adding some perspective to people. Maybe they don't realize that, but that really is the ultimate goal. And we will always continue to add new products, you know, as we see fit that can generate revenue for all of us. So again, for the same reason Apple, only didn't only stick to building computers. I mean, now they have phones and earbuds, accessories, everything that they build is to drive revenue. We will build many different products to drive revenue to EMP Fusion. So, yeah, again, not trying to be on my soapbox, just trying to get people to realize.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And remember, it's a 10% revenue stream for
For
Fusion,
sure.
which is huge. So get excited.
Yeah, 100%. And again, I know it's hard to see that because we're still eight months to a year away. But I promise you the vision is there. And yeah, I mean, if we even get a fraction of market share, the big guys like Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering, I mean, they are bringing in literally even Splinterlands, Gods Unchained, the Web3 specific games, in the last bull run, they were bringing in $1 million a day, which again, in 10% would be 100 grand a day going going into the rewards of Fusion, or buying back eShare or buying, helping support Peg. I mean, the limits are endless.
Love it. Amazing. Well, I think that's it for today. Oh, nope. We've got one more question. Any chance for a mainstream ad campaign?
Yeah, so again, it's a great question, Mel. We are exploring. I mean, right now we have a very crypto specific strategy, but we will transition into a more Web 2, more traditional approach. again, mainstream audience, as the game is ready. So the short answer is yes, but not until the game is actually playable. But we absolutely have contacts already in terms of distribution and getting people involved in the game. Without even mentioning crypto, which again I think is super bullish. And again, in terms of EMP, you know, the same marketing team would absolutely help us market EMP and EMP Fusion when the time is right. So we have both fronts covered for sure. Cool. All right.
Love it. I
Anything
mean,
else, Ellie? Yeah.
I don't know what you had in mind, like maybe a Times Square billboard, but we've got to take it one step at a time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna be doing any Super Bowl ads, but maybe one day. I
That'd be
love it.
wicked.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I actually had I haven't even told AJ yet, but I just had this crazy vision yesterday of like throwing like an honor versus madness rave, and all the characters are like what is that where you can make them like 3D like show up as if they're there? What is that
Yeah,
called?
like a hologram. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love it.
they're like
Yeah.
holographically there, like dancing to the EDM music, and there's like a really great DJ there.
I love it. That's it. That's our the after party at our next EMP convention. I love it, LA. Totally.
I cook up some crazy ideas, but it'd be cool.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, all of that still is in the works. We just have to get to a point where we're capitalizing on, the overall market. Peg is healthy, sentiment is all-time high, price is all-time high. Then we can really start to celebrate. And obviously we've been meaning to do in-person events for years now. COVID put a wrench in the gear a little bit, but now we're past that and we're set to recover. I absolutely think that we can have an in-person get together for sure. Cool.
Totally.
All right, I think that was it. I don't see any other questions. We're right at about an hour where we like to keep these AMAs. Shout out to all of you. We have 83 viewers.
Love
Again, some
it.
record numbers on our streams now. Going through StreamYard and simulcasting from YouTube and Twitter or X. Again, I got to get in the habit of X. That's been really helpful. And yeah, thanks to all of you that show up and join and put in the work and support the project. Again, it doesn't mean necessarily contributing financially, but putting in that human equity and sweat equity of really helping us grow. That is how we all win. So, all right, awesome. LA, any final words before we wrap it up? Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to thank all of you for being such fucking legends. We love all of you. We appreciate all of the enthusiasm and support and the community participation. You emperors keep us going, and we're so grateful we have such an amazing community. So thank you for being here. We look forward to seeing you next Thursday, and of course, join us in 50 minutes for the HVM AMA.
I love it. That's a perfect wrap up. Again, I could not agree more. All of our emperors and empresses and Sparkies and Manta or Satorians and Chaos supporters from Universe Madness, all of our community members are top notch. Again, we say it literally every AMA. We have the best community in crypto, and that is an absolute fact. And so we wouldn't be here without all of you. We appreciate the support. We're never going to stop. We continue to grind. And again, I think after the next few months and what we've seen already in terms of the overall market, all of the fruits of our labor will come to fruition. And it will be really poetic for all of us that have stuck through, a horrendous bear market since we've started building again. Remember, EMP launched at the end of the last cycle, and we've had to make it through again one of the worst bear markets in history. And we did. We came out on the other side better and stronger than ever. and now is our chance to capitalize. So much love to all of you. Thank you for being here. As always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We come to you every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Good night, good day. See you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.